Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. Reports of the alleged abduction of school children in Belize City spread like wildfire last night. And today, the police department met with reporters to discuss the issue and to ask for the public's assistance. As of the time of a press conference at 11 o'clock this morning, hosted by Senior Superintendent Edward Broster, the Deputy Commander of the Eastern Division, Belize City Police had not received any report from parents of students at Queens Square Anglican School or elsewhere reporting that any children of theirs are missing. As was reported last night, police received a statement, now in fact confirmed to be two joint statements from students of the school reporting that 4 of their classmates, 3 girls and a boy, were put into a white van on Warri Street, just around the corner from the school's compound on Armadillo Street, and taken away. There are no further details, but on the heel of multiple reports of attempted abductions of school children in Corozal, Orange Walk, and even a reported sighting in Belmopan, the concern level has been raised. Today in Belize City, Deputy Officer in Command of Eastern Division Senior Superintendent Edward Broster told reporters at a briefing that police are taking the reports very, very seriously, but are yet to confirm them. To do so, they need the public's assistance.
You can check it out. Yesterday we got a report that 4 children were abducted, 3 female, 1 male. As of up to this hour, we have not had any report from any parents to confirm that their child have been abducted. We had canvassed the area yesterday. We had expended all our resources yesterday in the area, checked with all the neighbors, the fire department included, everybody in that area to confirm that report, and we were unable to do so. There are a lot of panic that is going on with parents, and some parents today didn't send their children to school. We're saying to them that you can send your child to school, and we're just appealing to the community to be calm and to ensure that, like I said before, and I need to emphasize it, if there's anything out of the ordinary, or if you see anyone or any group or vehicle doing anything that we're not supposed to be doing, especially as it relates to children, please call us and we will go and we will investigate the matter and we will deal with it and we will ensure that it is dealt with.
Police had intended to visit the school today to take a head count of the children, but some parents reportedly did not send their children to school, frustrating that plan. However, there is nothing confirming the rumors, such as a report by a parent. While there is no description of the white van reportedly seen here in Belize City, the incidents in Orange Walk and Corozal reportedly involved a white Toyota Prado SUV, which was seen in Corozal town last week by a girl targeted by the driver, reported to be a white man with an American accent who offered money to her to come with him. The villages of Chanchen and Pachacan, and earlier this week in Orange Walk town, although police believe the alleged culprit may have changed vehicles. Senior Superintendent Broster says police are on the alert for vehicles of this type.
Well, of course it's a concern for us when these reports are being persistently reported. So what we're doing as it pertains to the specific report of this particular white van and individuals in there, we are hauling, looking for white vans. We're pulling white vans over and we're checking who are driving them and stuff like that. So yes, we're looking into the situation and we're checking and be proactive in ensuring that no such thing occurred in this district.
Police have checkpoints at the ready across the city, and the mobile interdiction team is out on the George Price Highway. We note that the 2 vans matching the description of the suspect vans are legitimately licensed to pick up and drop off school children, and it is entirely possible, Broster said, that this may be the van the children saw. However, while it is all speculation to date, Broster says they will continue to treat the reports as true until they have proven them false.
We have checkpoints up across the city and on the highway, and we had MIT, we had checkpoints up on the Western Highway as well.
Okay.
Have you considered a
And
time
we
that
had-
increase
and like I said,
patrols as
and
well?
like I said, we expended all our resources yesterday and searched the dike, we searched roads that have not been used. We did a lot of patrols yesterday looking for these, looking for this particular vehicle.
And sharing information with personnel working at border points.
Right.
So at what point would you treat this matter as a false alarm?
Well, matters of this sort you cannot determine to be false until you confirm that the report is not accurate. Right? So we treat it as real until we can confirm if it was not factual or it was not accurate.
Sir, any other questions on this matter?
No.
According to the Amandala newspaper, the principal and vice principal of the school were there until after 7 o'clock on Thursday night, waiting to see if any parent would come to make a report of missing children, but none did so. There was a separate report of an attempted abduction in Belize City on Thursday night. An unidentified woman told police she was approached by the occupant of a gray vehicle on Central American Boulevard and asked to come with him, which she refused to do. Senior Superintendent Edward Broster shares details on why such reports are coming to police.
Well, it's the car slow down beside her and try to entice her to get in the vehicle. Hence the reason we were saying that young persons of age should be prudent and be careful not to get into any vehicle with any stranger. She didn't get in the vehicle. And like I said, you have young persons who would pull up beside someone attractive and try to court them and stuff like that, right? So.
Today, member of the Eastern Division Community and the Public Relations Unit, Corporal Hortense Hernandez, said the department has the Jasmine Alert up and ready for use specifically to address cases of child abduction. While not directly commenting on the alleged abduction incidents reported across the country, Corporal Hernandez explains the importance of the alert named for murder and abduction victim Jasmine Lowe and how the community can help.
Okay, how the Jasmine Alert basically works, as soon as the police officers get this information and send this information to me, we work very closely both with BTL and SMART. So all the information, including a photograph of this child or children that is given to me, is then sent to BTL and SMART, who then send this information via a short text message to all phones throughout the country. Now, if the child is being abducted within Belize City, it is definitely this portion of the country who will get that text message first. Then incrementally they will send out to different parts of the country. But the priority is to send out the text message first to the area where the child will have believed to be abducted.
The alert works best if reported within 24 hours of the abduction or kidnapping. Parents are asked to make a most recent photograph of their child available and facilitate the department by taking 2 photographs of their children per year with no distracting items and not smiling, so that police can have them to send along with the particulars via email and text message. 2 Jasmine Alerts have been implemented since the program began in 2012, one for an Orange-Walk teenager, Hugo Moreno, and the other for one Beverly Martinez. In both cases, the teenagers were found safe and sound and returned home. The search for 15-year-old Amanda Usher is over. Police today reported that the teen, who was reported missing by her mother, was located on Thursday night in Dangriga town. Police say that at about 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, 15-year-old Amanda Usher was found in Dangriga in good health and was transported back to Belize City this morning at 7:30. Usher's mother went to the police this week to report that her daughter was last seen on the night of January 19th when she went to bed and made an impassioned plea for information leading to her location and return home. There was a small demonstration this morning in Orange Walk Town. According to reports, a handful of parents and concerned citizens gathered in front of the Orange Walk Town Hall, calling for the resignation of Dr. Marco Tulio Mendez, the area representative for Orange Walk East. Dr. Mendez is reportedly the subject of an investigation into some serious allegations being made against the retiring politician. Dr. Mendez has not made any public comments since news of the allegations came out this week, and the leader of the People's United Party, Francis Fonseca, has gone on record as saying that the action will only be taken if and when concrete information is received by the party. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We'll have more of the day's stories right after these messages.
We all have our bucket list and plan to start fulfilling them someday.
Anytime now. Don't worry, babe. You can do it.
Go, Mom! You can do this!
Why not turn someday into today with an easy credit personal loan? Atlantic Bank can make it happen. We offer loans at competitive interest rates with low monthly payments for all your financing needs, because life should be easy.
How was it, Mom? It was good.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Precision handling, high performance braking, smooth and comfortable ride. Tame the road. Hankook tires.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
When I exercise, I do only the most rigorous and complex techniques to challenge my body and keep it at its best. When I am building my body strength, I go for the heavy weights to keep my muscles challenged. When I prepare my meals, I make sure everything is fresh and tap into all my food groups. When I need internet service, I use Smart Zoom service to ensure reliability and speed. I am Rigo Veos, two-time Mr. Belize. I use only the best. I choose smart, and so should you.
Somebody say, legalize. Somebody say, legalize.
The Office of Ombudsman Lionel Arzu is without a vehicle tonight after someone took the Nissan Xterra Trail SUV for a joyride this morning and then crashed it on Glynn Street behind Salvation Army Primary School and the Raymond Parks Night Shelter. Senior Superintendent of Police Edward Broster tells us more.
Ombudsman's office was stolen this morning. Do you have any reports or information on that you could share?
Yes, the vehicle of the Ombudsman was stolen this morning. The suspect who stole the vehicle crashed the vehicle on Glen Street. As we speak, police is on the scene, and the vehicle is being recovered and taken to the police station.
Can you share details how the vehicle was stolen? Where it was parked?
I don't have that information, but I
Street.
can confirm that it was stolen. It was crashed, and we have recovered the vehicle.
Where's Glen Street?
That's
yeah.
Euphrates, the first street to the left.
And behind Cemetery Road, no?
Church Street,
Yeah.
and then
What is that, Johnny King?
Right.
Yeah.
Police continue their investigations. The newly renovated Magistrates Court in Punta Gorda Town was inaugurated this morning. After the courtroom was damaged by fire last year, the Magistrates Court had to be relocated and a renovation effort was commenced. The U.S. Embassy in Belize assisted with funding to complete the renovation. Chief Justice Kenneth Benjamin this morning welcomed the inauguration of the renovated Magistrates Court, saying that the new design will greatly facilitate the dispensing of justice.
Gathered here is of great significance historically to the people of the town of Punta Gorda and by extension to Belize as a nation. For that reason, when we saw the age and wear and tear taking toll on the building, and then post office moving out because of the condition of the building, and Treasury trying to refurbish their part of the building, we got very concerned because the state of disrepair in the Magistrates Court and the Magistrates' offices was not what we envisaged for dispensing justice for people in Punta Gorda. I had sight of all the depressing reports that were coming from the magistrates, and even though we addressed some of the issues from an emergency standpoint, there were more patching than fixing, it was inescapable to anyone who looked at the building that it needed much more than ordinary renovation. It needed to have major renovation done if it was to live up to the expectations of the kind of facility from which justice should be dispensed. So when we heard on August the 26th, 2013, that in the wee hours of the morning there was a fire that ravaged the administrative offices and destroyed practically all the furniture and the office equipment, there were mixed emotions because we realized that this was an opportunity to get something done in a major way. But by the same token, we recognized that this would mean relocation of the Magistrates Court, and as you know, we're in the business of dispensing justice, so it's important that there always is access by the public to justice.
The PG Magistrates Court building now houses a quick trial room, the family court, and the regular courtroom. Among the invited guests at this morning's ceremony was the Chief Justice Kenneth Benjamin, United States Ambassador to Belize Carlos Moreno, Chief Executive Officer in the Prime Minister's Office Audrey Wallace, and the Chief Magistrate Anne Marie Smith. Eastern Division Police is taking the lead in addressing violence in Belize City. In approximately 60 days' time, they have announced a Black March to take place. Why black? For the answer, we go to the second in command at Eastern Division, Senior Superintendent Edward Broster.
Eastern Division Police will be launching what we call a Black March on the 27th of March. And BLACK is an acronym for Be Loving and Cease Killing. We are inviting and we're hoping and we're expecting that the entire city will be participating in this march. As a matter of fact, come next week we'll launch a sustained campaign to ensure that just that occur. We are inviting various groups, various organizations, schools, the entire citizenry to participate in this march. Dressed in black and white. If you cannot participate in the march, and if you do participate in the march, we'll be indicating the t-shirts that we will be manufacturing, and the organizations themselves can acquire their own t-shirts and so forth.
Broster says those most affected by crime and even those alleged to be causing it are targeted by the police to become part of the solution.
And what we will do, we'll pass through some of the major gang areas. We're inviting some of those groups as well to participate. And we'll also be passing through the cemetery where we'll do a minute of silence and stand still for those who have fallen to violence in this city. And then we will end up at the Battlefield Park where we will do a short rally. And we're hoping that this will enable us to galvanize the community into action in assisting in reducing the level of violence in the city. And we will be going from media house to media house to...
The department will reveal more about the march in the days to come. There was a traffic accident this afternoon in the village of San Joaquin in the Corozal district. Information to our news stream says that the woman was attempting to cross the Philip Golston Highway when she was knocked down. Her identity has not yet been ascertained, and the woman was taken to the Corozal Community Hospital for treatment. The driver of the vehicle that knocked her down was taken into police custody pending investigations. The dates for the National Agriculture and Trade Show have been changed. A brief statement from the Ministry of Agriculture today announced that the show will now be held on May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the showgrounds in Belmopan. Preparation has started to make the showgrounds ready for the 3-day event, which showcases the agriculture and productive sectors. The sale of booths for concessionaires and food vendors will begin on February 23rd. The theme for this year's National Agriculture and Trade Show is Stimulating Prosperity in Agriculture and Food Production through Renewed Public-Private Partnership. The news on the National Channel.
Precision handling, high performance braking, smooth and comfortable ride. Tame the road. Hankook Tires.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of MyTV is it costs as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers, With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. My TV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
We all have our bucket list and plan to start fulfilling them someday.
Anytime now. Don't worry, babe. You can do it.
Go, Mom, you can do this!
Why not turn someday into today with an easy credit personal loan? Atlantic Bank can make it happen. We offer loans at competitive interest rates with low monthly payments for all your financing needs. Because life should be easy.
How was it, Mom? It was good.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
When I exercise, I do only the most rigorous and complex techniques to challenge my body and keep it at its best. When I am building my body strength, I go for the heavy weights to keep my muscles challenged. When I prepare my meals, I make sure everything is fresh and tap into all my food groups. When I need internet service, I use Smart Zoom service to ensure reliability and speed. I am Rigo Veos, two-time Mr. Belize. I use only the best. I choose smart, and so should you.
Somebody say, live the life. Live the life. Somebody say, live the life. Somebody say, live the life. Live the life. Live the life.
To end the news, a reminder of the main points again. Police today held a media briefing to address reports of the possible abduction of children. A teenage girl who had been reported missing has been found, and a woman was knocked down today on the Philip Colson Highway. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Our news lines remain open at all times, and you can visit our website for continuing coverage of the latest news from across the country. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a safe and an enjoyable weekend.